In Sahih al-Bukhari, the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam informs us, from the previous generations, there were three people. On one occasion, they went out. As they were out, a storm came, so they took shelter in a cave. As they were in the cave, a boulder came and blocked the entrance to the cave. They couldn't come out. So they all realized that it's only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who can save us from the affliction we are currently in. So they start to make dua. As for the first person, he says, "Oh Allah, I had elderly parents. Every time I would bring milk, I would make sure that nobody drank before them. On one occasion, I came home with the milk and they were asleep. I didn't want to wake them up and I didn't want anybody to drink before them. So I waited and waited and waited until they woke up and they drank the milk." He says, "Oh Allah, if I did this deed solely for your sake, help us in the affliction we are in." And the boulder moved a little bit. The second person says, "Oh Allah, I had a relative of mine. She was pretty and I loved her so much. I wanted to commit zina with her. However, she refused. Later on, a time came where she was in need of the wealth. So I told her, commit the sin and I'll give you the wealth." So she came. Before we were about to commit the sin, she said, "O servant of Allah, fear Allah. You should not be doing this." And I left the sin at that moment, "O Allah. And whatever wealth I gave her, I didn't take it back. Oh Allah, if I did this solely for your sake, help us in the affliction we are in." And the boulder moved a little bit more. However, they were still unable to come out of the cave. The third person, he says, "Oh Allah, I used to employ people, and on one occasion there was a person who left his wage with me." In some narrations of the hadith, it's mentioned a few grains of rice or a few grains of maize, etc. He says, "I took these grains and I began to grow them. Eventually the crops grew. After selling the crop, he was able to buy livestock. He was able to buy sheep and camels, etc. Eventually, years later, this person who used to work for him came and he said, 'O servant of Allah, fear Allah and give me that which is mine.' And he replies and says, 'All the wealth that you see in this valley, it's all yours.' This person was amazed. He was shocked and he said, 'Are you joking with me?' And he says, 'I'm not joking with you. It's all yours.' The person making dua says, 'Oh Allah, he took all the wealth. He left nothing behind. Oh Allah, if I did this for your sake, help us in the affliction we are in." And the boulder moved and they were able to come out. Ponder over how the third person was an upright and honest employer. And when he needed Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala most, his dua was accepted.